Hello, Homespot friends. Today we're exploring serene Italian garden design, where natural simplicity meets timeless architecture. From cypress lines and pebble mosaics to citrus courts and whispering rills, you'll see how restraint creates calm, beauty, and daily delight. Stay with me until the end to gather inspiration for any size space and spark your own Mediterranean sanctuary. Let's breathe and bloom. Along a straight gravel axis, clipped boxwood borders and slender cypresses guide the eye to a small bowl fountain. Travertine edges frame the path, while crushed limestone crunches softly underfoot. The layout feels measured, quiet, and timeless, inviting slow steps and unhurried contemplation. Planting stays restrained to preserve the clarity of the line, thyme in joints, subtle rosemary, and seasonal white blooms. Water provides a single moving element, its gentle sound balancing structure with serenity, creating a meditative corridor that expresses Italian order without fuss. A sun-warmed court gathers terracotta pots of lemon and kumquat, their glossy leaves and pale blossoms catching light. A square stone pad centers the scene, bordered by lavender ribbons. Iron seating offers pause, while citrus perfume anchors the space in cheerful calm. Keep decoration spare. Repeat pot shapes, vary heights, and let fruit color punctuate the earthy palette. Underplant with time to weave scent through the gravel. The composition pairs rustic warmth with neat geometry, achieving freshness, fragrance, and enduring hospitality. In evening, the pots glow warmly, extending the sense of welcome. An oak pergola, draped in grapevines, throws dappled shade on Travertine pavers. A long farmhouse table runs beneath the canopy, dressed with linen and simple candles. The structure sets a convivial axis, turning filtered sunlight into the garden's soft ceiling. Vines lend movement through seasons. Tendrils in spring, lush shade in summer, amber leaves in fall. Keep underplanting deliberate, rosemary hedges, myrtle, and pots of bay to hold edges crisp. The pergola becomes architecture for gathering, yet remains grounded in living material. Two mirrored boxwood parterres describe a paired knot, filled with pale gravel. At each center, a single sculptural plant, dwarf olive or architectural agave, acts as quiet anchor. The voids are intentional, letting shadow and geometry carry most of the ornament. Negative space, carefully held, becomes ornament. Edges stay razor neat. Surfaces stay uncluttered. Seasonal bulbs may lift through in spring, then retreat to preserve the graphic plan. The effect is classical in outline, contemporary in restraint, and effortlessly legible from any viewpoint. In summer heat and winter quiet, the pattern remains calm and legible. Underfoot, a black and white pebble mosaic forms a Greek key or rosette, set slightly proud to massage each step. The craft reads tactile and time-worn, framed by low myrtle and jasmine. It becomes both pathway and artwork, rewarding close inspection and quiet pacing. Keep surrounding planting subdued so the pattern remains the protagonist. Use clipped lines and repeat shapes nearby to echo rhythm. The mosaic's durability meets sensory charm, blending Roman tradition with practical, everyday pleasure and movement. Footfall slow, encouraging presence and care with every step taken. Broadstone steps negotiate a gentle grade, wide enough to serve as casual seating. Pots of bay laurel mark landings, and a discreet trickle at the top cools air. The stair doubles as amphitheater, making elevation change feel graceful and welcoming. Treads stay deep, risers mild. Joints accept time for fragrance and softness. Lighting tucks into sidewalls to maintain evening calm. The staircase becomes social architecture, handling circulation while offering restful perches aligned to views. Seasonal pots can rotate subtly, keeping the stair alive without clutter. A shaded loggia with soft arches frames a calm rectangle of lawn beyond. Terracotta amphorae set rhythm at each bay, tying architecture to landscape. The transition from shadow to sun becomes the drama, inviting exploration while preserving a meditative threshold. Furniture stays light and low to respect arch geometry. Planting near the loggia remains evergreen and clipped, shifting to looser textures beyond the lawn. The composition treats the garden as a framed painting, revealed one arch at a time. Shade and sun balance, offering refuge before the open court. Formal cypress sentinels punctuate a relaxed meadow of oats, lavender, and nepeta. The contrast heightens both. Vertical discipline against rolling softness. Wind animates the ground plane while the cypresses hold the line, creating a landscape that feels structured yet alive. Maintenance focuses on annual cutback and clean edges along paths. Seasonal umbels and grasses weave changing light, while dark evergreen spires remain constant. The blend offers a cinematic horizon with minimal input and maximum atmosphere. Pollinators thrive, and fragrance drifts lightly across seating areas. At the heart of a small circular court, a brass sundial rests on stone, encircled by creeping time. Crushed marble brightens the surface, reflecting warmth upward. Time is made visible through moving shadow, giving the garden a quiet, contemplative instrument. Surround with low herbs and keep taller elements distant so the dial remains legible. Simple benches invite brief pauses to notice sun angles. The feature blends science, ritual, and beauty, rooting the space in daily celestial rhythms. It quietly marks seasons, not just hours, with poetic precision. Low semicircular stone tiers hold bands of basil, sage, oregano, and marjoram. An urn anchors the center, while aroma rises when brushed. The stepped form organizes productive planting into a gentle amphitheater, marrying practicality with sculptural form. Paths arc gently, so harvest feels intuitive and graceful. Choose silver and green foliage to maintain harmony. Add white blossoms for seasonality. Irrigation stays simple. Harvest paths remain generous. The theater celebrates everyday herbs as ornament, offering beauty you can cook with and structure you can read from afar. A shallow hedge niche cradles a limestone bench, facing a small wall-mounted scupper. Sound and shade gather in this pocket, perfect for solitary reading. Boundaries feel protective yet permeable, with clipped greens absorbing heat and reflecting coolness. The scale invites one or two, emphasizing quiet company. Walls carry soft color, lime wash or pale ochre, to warm the shade. Keep furnishings minimal, linen cushion, perhaps a lantern. The niche teaches proportion and restraint, a humane recess where architecture and planting negotiate intimacy. A single book or cup completes the picture of retreat. A tufa or travertine jar bubbles gently from its lip, set within pale gravel and ringed by Santolina. It is the garden's heartbeat, audible but never insistent. Water glints in sun, animating stone with tiny, persistent movement. Its presence cools the terrace and gathers birds to drink. The jar scale should suit the enclosure. Too large feels theatrical, too small loses presence. Keep surrounding planting clipped and silver to honor material contrast. This single gesture delivers refreshment, reflection, and a focal point with minimal footprint. Even in drought, the circuit recirculates responsibly with minimal loss. A narrow rectangle of lawn sits like a fabric swatch within pale stone. Low rosemary borders hold edges tight, guiding the gaze to a single cypress at the end. Proportion is the luxury here, not size. Proving elegance needs little square footage. Keep the lawn immaculate and compact. Reduce water by choosing resilient varieties. Flank with gravel to celebrate contrast in texture and temperature. With one vertical accent, the space feels complete, dignified, and restful all year. A single stone seat can mark the terminus with dignity. Behind a simple iron gate, a lime-washed wall encloses a square pool that mirrors sky. Patina becomes decoration, and the quiet surface doubles light into the chamber. The enclosure calms wind, scent, and sound, turning smallness into luxury. Here, footsteps quiet instantly, and time seems to slow. Planting stays evergreen and low to let reflections dominate. Tall elements sit beyond the wall. A bench or stone ledge invites lingering without visual clutter. The secret is proportion and restraint, a private room of water and light. In hot climates, the cool wall becomes a welcome companion. A circular gravel pad holds a compact dining set, encircled by lavender and nepeta. A pendant lantern hangs from a bough above, creating an intimate cone of light at dusk. The geometry is welcoming, readable, and easy to maintain. Conversations naturally gather in the round, intimate and relaxed. Keep furnishings slim and materials honest, metal, wood, linen. Edge the circle with a clipped myrtle ring to reinforce the line. The setting balances informality and ceremony, ideal for quiet breakfasts and unhurried evening meals. Herbs invite touch. Bees stay busy but calm nearby. In a shaded corner, rough stone backs a small lionhead spout. Fern pockets thrive where moisture lingers, and the basin gathers soft echoes. Shadow becomes a design material here, holding the eye and cooling the air naturally. Even midday heat yields here to a soft, sheltered cool. Let the palette lean dark and mossy. Avoid bright color. A single candle or sconce can add depth, but the water's murmur is the main ornament. The grotto invites close attention and rewards quiet listening. It is a pause between paths, a pocket of restorative hush. A metal arbor tunnel guides you through espaliered pears toward a tiny orchard panel. The journey is linear and fragrant, with fruit trained flat to maximize light and order. At the end, open space feels earned, a reward for measured procession. Underplant with time to keep the walkway permeable and scented. Pruning becomes choreography. Structure remains legible, even leafless. Gravel flashes light underfoot while fruit ripens within reach. In winter, the lattice still charms, a graphic tunnel promising return and a harvest aligned with rhythm. At the end of a clipped hedge corridor, a single classical statue stands in quiet command. Pale gravel underfoot and soft side lighting keep focus steady. The axis gives purpose to movement, transforming a walk into a moment of encounter. Resist adding extras. The scene relies on emptiness around the figure. Seasonal bulbs can appear at the base, then vanish. The solution is serene, legible, and full of presence without crowding the senses. At night, a single uplight restores volume and quiet drama. Stacked stone or corten planters step gently down a slope, each level hosting Mediterranean herbs. Runoff is slowed, maintenance simplified, and the silhouette reads like a small hillside terrace. The system organizes planting and solves grade with quiet elegance. Hands read each step easily. Choose repeating materials and limit species to avoid clutter. Integrate seating at a mid-landing for pause and fragrance. The terraces celebrate gravity and flow, bringing agricultural logic into a refined domestic scale. Drainage weeps neatly. Roots remain happy and controlled across seasons. A stone-lined, slightly sunken seating ring creates shelter from breeze and hubbub. Linen cushions keep comfort high. Myrtle and bay define the perimeter. Candle niches lend soft night light, turning the depression into a welcoming hearth without fire. The lowered grade amplifies intimacy, without building tall walls. Drainage and step access come first. The rest is proportion. Keep surrounding planting clipped to preserve openness and sightlines. The pit gathers voices and laughter while letting the larger garden remain visually calm. Evening gatherings feel protected, voices collected into a gentle circle. Under a small loggia, herringbone brick warms the floor while lanterns cast gentle pools of light. An olive wood table anchors the space. Rosemary planters perfume the edges. String lights stay subtle, complementing twilight rather than competing with it. Crickets take over the soundtrack as day cools predictably. The palette favors clay, lime wash, and green, with metal kept matte. Furnishings sit low to preserve ceiling volume and echo the brick's geometry. This is an everyday stage for quiet meals, where architecture and garden settle into evening accord. Throughout the year, this modest stage remains welcoming and steady. Thanks for watching. We explored axial paths, cypress silhouettes, citrus courtyards, rills, and quiet stone textures, classic elements that blend restraint with architectural grace. Choose one focal point, keep palettes simple, and let materials and light carry the mood. If this inspired your garden journey, please like, subscribe, and comment below with your favorite idea and what you'll create next, soon.